Yo, chat. I think people are having a gacha cast right now, guys. Wait. I got invited to a gacha cast. Like literally the last minute gacha cast. Wait, give me a sec.
Matter. So all in all, I would say.
Yo.
So
Holy.
Thank you for joining, man. I appreciate you coming in, bro.
I didn't even notice,
I was just
but
trying to get everybody's thoughts, man. I was just trying to get everybody's thoughts.
we have a Hoyo show commenting on the anniversary, man.
Yeah, we need the biggest Wuwa hater in here.
Our anniversary, and you get to tell us the difference.
Now, Pokke, I would love to hear your thoughts, Pokke. I'm dead ass.
Hell yeah.
Have you been tuning in at all?
Yeah. I just finished the whole day. I was doing a summary for like everything that just went off. So I just finished the summary.
Dude, you just got off an anniversary. So I'm sorry, like what the Pokke? What are your thoughts? I would love to hear it, bro.
Okay, wait. Give me like 1 minute. Y'all yap a little bit because I'm trying to set up the screen over.
Life, you go first, brother.
All right. So Mr. Contrarian is here.
I love it. Thank you. Yes, let's go. Seriously, man. Well, you know, like that's so important, man, because not everybody has the same fucking perspective, and that's so important for people to understand, man.
100%. And I'm gonna be honest, I do appreciate Amethyst and Captain for their perspectives because they said some things I didn't even think about. To where it's like, you know what, I do see that perspective 100%. I definitely think that more free stuff could have been given. When I look at the patch as a whole, just like all together, this is a very stacked patch at the very least. I think we can all agree to that. This is probably the most stacked patch I would say that we've had. We have two main quests? I know there's 2 segue stories.
It's 2 segues and 1 main.
Hold on, Life. I want to only talk about rewards, and then I want to go into the 3.3 patch. Because this thing, I think everybody has good things to say about 3.3. Just rewards.
So in terms of rewards, I do think, we could have had more free stuff. Now, I think the libraries, I think they said, are the collab things free?
Yeah.
The collab live? Okay, so there are those, which is cool. Obviously, in terms of, I don't know if you consider the optimizations a reward or whatever, but if you're just talking about strictly rewards, I would say it's very simple then. My answer would be very simple. There's 2 parts, and maybe you said this earlier. I was just setting up my camera. So I don't know if you said this earlier or not, but the anniversary is split in 2. And I usually just try to take the approach of, I want to see the whole thing before I say, not say you can't say anything, but I personally just like to see the entire thing, first half and second half. And so because it is split in 2, it could be possible that we'll get, I feel like possible and probably likely that we'll get more rewards when it comes back, basically. Well, in the second half. So that's kind of where I am. If I were to give like a differing opinion, is just let's wait till the second half. Not to say you can't say anything now, but just waiting till the second half might be good.
Are you predicting
how
the
much?
backlash? Like they're gonna respond?
By the way, Life,
going to happen from this.
Wait, this is a familiar script to last year. I seem to remember. I feel like
no, but one thing I will say, to what Life is saying is that I know there could be a part 1 and a part 2 this year specifically because you have got the Cyberpunk. By the way, the fact they didn't mention Cyberpunk is a whole different ballgame. I'm a bit disappointed they didn't mention it or announce it or whatever. But maybe the second half.
Need to tell Life you're muted. By the way, on your own stream, you're muted. By the
way,
somebody
just messaged me about that too.
Okay. I think if what Life's saying is true, and it is going to be a 2-part because the actual official birthday is the second half of 3.3, right? That's what they said. That's the official birthday. So maybe that's when they'll go, we're doing a part 2, which is then going to be Cyberpunk, and maybe we'll get definitely not Lucy, but maybe Rebecca will be free, but you summon for Lucy, or maybe you'll get temples with the Cyberpunk collab, and that'll be part 2. If that is the case, and if Life is correct, which I God hope that you are correct
too, trust me.
You know what I'm saying? Then great, amazing, sugoi, amazing. But if it isn't, and it's a separate thing, and this is what the anniversary is,
I'll raise my torch. Like I'll raise my torch.
Then of course I'm going to be disappointed. And like Gacha Smack said, like it's definitely evident that 3.3 is separate to the anniversary. That's obvious. They literally just split the live stream in 2 segments for 3.3 content, anniversary content. So yeah,
Pokey, my HSR goat. You have the field, brother. What is your thoughts?
All right, yo. I watched the whole thing. I gave it a 7 out of 10. Is that?
Oof, you're not supposed to do that.
Oh, I can't do that. Ooh. Okay. The way I see it, right, is that I am like 100% like a tours and Wuthering Waves. It's not my main game. I basically just log on to like play the MSQ and everything. So I'm not very caught up on like the combat events, the meta, right? Who is tier 0, all that kind of stuff. So to me, the more important things are just like more so like visuals. Like, oh, the new map looks really, really cool, right? Like Hiyugi looks pretty cool. Right? Aura farming, right? She's aura farming. Okay, wait.
Ninjas. We don't
what
need
the fuck?
You're good now. You're good now, Pokey. You're good now, brother.
Okay, wait. Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we're fine. We're good.
We're good.
You're okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I was literally just about to say it. So if this was essentially the content that I would have gotten from like a HSR live stream, because I play HSR a lot more, I would be way more disappointed. But because I don't play Wuthering Waves as much, I wouldn't have that much expectations to begin with. So that is like my 2 cents about it. Yep.
I think that's fair. I think everybody, for the most part, man. I mean, even Pokey just saying it's a 7 out of 10 is indirectly saying the rewards were kind of ass, right? I think we're all kind of on the same page. I think I love that Life Lessons had that different perspective of let's kind of wait and see what happens to the second half. But me personally, I wouldn't give them that trust or that face value given off of their past history. That said, though, I completely respect Life Lessons' perspective on that. Now we can move.
They respond to backlash. That could.
Yeah, sure.
Better than last year. Like that's the thing. Do you think they improved from last year, or do you?
Okay,
think
wait.
the same?
One bad thing about this year compared to last year is I know that there was this big controversy over them rerunning all the banners, but I don't know why people were even mad over that in the first anniversary.
No,
they should have just done it again.
They should have had it. Yeah.
There's actually nothing wrong with rerunning banners.
I kind of assumed that they would in the second half.
Yeah.
That was my assumption,
right? Like,
but I don't know.
Oh, it's during the second half? Bro, look.
On the official
I cannot cope about anything gacha companies do. I can't do it. I don't think they're gonna do it. They would have announced it to hype people up. I don't believe it.
Okay, can I say something on that real quick?
Of course, of course, man. Go ahead.
So one of the things that I was, like, oh man, are they gonna tease the Cyberpunk collab, right? And then my mod, shout out to BitX, he was like, well, they don't want to take away from Hiyuki. She's supposed to be like the main thing.
I agree.
And so as a result, that could, here's my code. I guess I'll just be the coat man today. Maybe it's because they don't want to take away from Hiyuki sales. So they're just really just focusing primarily on her in that respect. Maybe.
Another
my
thing
question would be,
relevancy.
Yeah,
go ahead.
I just say my question would be like, no, it probably is a good point, but my question would be like, if they don't want to take away from the sales of the upcoming banner, then when would they be able to drop the collab at any point? Because there'll always be a new character. So when would they be able to? Sorry?
Because it's all about relevancy.
Look at Denia.
When you think about it, it's like 3.4. What the hell do we care about 3.4? Like during the time when 3.3, like, okay, we get everything. We get the Hiyuki, we get the Diane or whatever her name is. And that's it. Like you finally got what you wanted off the hype. Well, there's that void that happens. And due to the nature of the internet, relevancy is very important. They can start throwing in like those teasers and all that in before the live stream of 3.4, which could also rack up bigger numbers through that. Like I feel like it's just for a little bit of a strategy for like relevancy is my best guess here. Like that makes sense as to why they wouldn't cheese it here.
I mean, I think when has coping about a gacha company ever paid off though? I feel like you should always think of it purely in terms of, I mean, a lot of companies mess up a lot of the time. And I think the reason that they didn't do the anniversary thing is because it got so much backlash last year. I actually think that the players are the reason why they didn't do the rerun banner things, because there was a lot of people that were super mad about it. And I thought it was actually unfair anger towards that. There were other problems with the last year's anniversary. It wasn't the banners, but some reason people thought that was a big issue. And I think that kind of led to them not doing it this year. That's how I feel.
The biggest problem of last year was it was a Zani filler patch for the fucking anniversary, which was insane.
There was nothing interesting. Content. It was the cubes. It was just literally just these cubes, bro, hopping around.
Exactly. There's nothing but cubes. It fucking sucked. We don't have as many in this time, so I'm quite happy about that. So yeah.
On another note, on a positive note. Oh, I'll let Captain finish and then I'll go. Go ahead, Captain.
I would just say I'm glad they're actually taking advice of actually including a main quest with the anniversary. Like, that's
yes.
By enjoying this bike. And sometimes we've come to figure out through feedback, getting up above certain terrains and shit is a bit of a pain in the dick on that bike. So we can fix that problem by giving you guys flight back that you thought you weren't going to get in this region. I thought that was fucking wonderful. I think the collab shit kept blowing my fucking mind with the collab livery.
Angry Birds, bro.
Angry Birds,
like,
crazy.
Who asked, bro? But it's kind of great.
I don't want to yap too much. I think I opened up the conversation a bit here, but I think the 3.3, there's a lot to be said. I loved it.
I will say, when I saw that they added flight to the bikes, I just thought of the Thanos quote where it's like you couldn't live with your own failure and you brought it back to me.
No shot.
Where they literally were like, you went back to flying after you said this region isn't gonna have flying.
Back to
so
formula.
it's kind of like back to formula. Yeah, like that's literally what it felt. And I'm here for it. I was like, you know what, the flying bike is really cool. Like Smack said, seeing the different the livery collabs, I was thinking that's pretty cool. I didn't expect Angry Birds. That's the last thing I bloody expected. Pretty goddamn cool. Kaiju number 8, Pragmata, all that stuff, really goddamn cool. And also seeing all like Hiyuki, more of Hiyuki's gameplay. Obviously, we saw the official, like what the ultimate looks like and stuff recently, but seeing what she can do fully, really, really cool. She's basically Alpha from PGR, but Wuthering Waves is interpretation, right? Which is gas. And then Denia, we saw a lot more of Denia, and I kept thinking, I wonder which lines the community is going to pick out is trash this time. But she sounds great. She looks great. There was more animations. There was more things to her kit, which I'm really excited for. Her idle animations were just psychotic. Great. Exploration looks good. The main story looks really, really interesting. But 2 Sagu quests, which I thought were like, okay, I'm here for that as well. More story.
W lore.
Yeah, and a new map.
Yeah, Life, want to get your perspective on that too.
It's beautiful. Yeah, the new map looks beautiful as well. But that's what.
It gave me, the map kind of gave me like Rinasita vibes a little bit, mixed with the Bahada Woods like foliage. I thought that was
I said the same thing.
Yeah. But I like the whole bikes of exploration is cool because I think we saw from like the Frostlands area that using the bike there felt terrible. And having Iris was a little bit of a cheat sometimes the flying.
That's what I meant by the terrain problem.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I do like where this like main quests are going, and I'm just gonna say we're seeing a lot of trees. That's pretty important. We're seeing a lot of trees, and I'm getting like Idrisil vibes from this current like patch. So I'm really excited for the main quest.
Piggybacking on that, I loved the fact that if you said it reminded you of Arena Theater, for me it actually reminded me of Sumeru, but then they preserved the apocalyptic colorization of the world, Wuwa world, and I like that because if it was too vibrant, then it would be very comparable to Genshin. The fact that they preserved that dark tone, I was like, that was impressive to me. I was like, oh fuck, that looks amazing.
Let me just quickly add something to that. So what you were saying, Smack, about what it looks like. Does anyone remember Enkanomiya from like old school?
Oh,
Genshin?
my favorite.
Yep.
Favorite map.
It gave me like a mixture of like what Black Shores looks like fused with Enkanomiya, and that's what it came from. And I thought that was a really cool design choice.
Yeah, wonderful music too.
Yeah, I think the new area and everything looks really good, but most importantly, I thought Elusive Realm seemed nice because that's from, OG 1.0 to 1.4.
And so cool.
Look, for some reason, they took the best part of their game, said, we remove it and then make it trash, and then they re-added it into the game, right? And so them bringing them back, I'm like, wait, this is actually great. This is like a really good thing to bring back. I would say it was the best, most fun combat-related thing they've ever really had in the game.
Agreed.
And it was really sad that they removed it. Like, I think most of us can agree that the newer version of it that's in the game all the time kind of sucks compared to the OG, right? Like, it's kind of terrible. They literally took something and they ruined it for no reason. So I'm really glad they're bringing that back. I think that's probably the most exciting part of the whole patch. For me personally, is like, that's great.
I screamed when I saw it. I've been waiting for this so goddamn long. I was like, oh my god.
Okay, can I say something on that real quick?
Go on, Life.
limited event. That's my only problem. I want it to be like a patch
Well,
refresh.
that might be fine where they keep refreshing it like the other limited time
Yes.
events and it's different each time. So I may be okay with it being limited, right? Because you're not going to play it like 7 days a week, right? You're going to get bored as hell. So
I mean, I would,
Yeah.
but
So,
well.
in terms of Elusive Realm, real quick, you guys are excited about Elusive Realm for combat.
The lore.
I'm excited about Elusive Realm.
Yeah.
For the lore. We
Say
are
it,
not
say
the
it.
same.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
We are
Last
not
night,
the
no, me
same.
and you, live. I said the same
I
thing.
feel
Like
you, man.
the lore, like all the lore in the all the trinkets and stuff behind that. So much stuff. We learned so much about Kalkro. We learned nothing about it except from the lore in Elusive Realm. I love it. So I completely
Yeah,
agree.
and like when I saw Namipon and Hanami, and
Yeah.
y'all
screw that.
know, I have been so excited about the lore. I gotta say this real quick though, and this is to you, Smack. I don't know if you remember, but I had joined one of your streams one time and we were talking a little bit about iMyth.
Yeah.
I was right. Cause you
You were.
Yeah, because you were asking me what my thoughts were, and I was like, I think she's like the original person who drove the Exostrider. The pilot of the Exostrider.
Shit, you did. I remember now.
But
I haven't played 3.2 yet, so I'm still behind.
Oh,
Dude,
well, no, just from 3.1, but
Okay.
I played
yeah,
3.2.
because this is like 3.0 part 2, I think, is when we have the conversation.
Okay.
But yeah, overall though, just since we're just talking about, we can talk about it now. We can talk about it now. Not rewards.
Spoilers, man. Oda planned that lore for 100
Crazy.
years, man.
Yeah.
Matt
Life's
thinks
right
Chief
about a
looks
lot
like
of things.
Hayuki, by the way.
Yeah, no,
What's
like
that?
life lessons is theories for the like 90% have been correct every single goddamn time. So whenever he releases like a proper like big lore video, I'm like, well, you know, it's gonna be right.
Oh my gosh. No, look.
Incredibly high quality.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Lot of research. But yeah, so basically just my thoughts generally about 3.3. If we're not talking about the rewards, I was giving it like a 9 out of 10 as well. It genuinely is just, like I said, 2 segue quests. And okay, I just have to say this much. As somebody who does do like a lot of deep looking into the lore, as someone who's done that and had to see the constant discussions online about, oh, Wuwa has no lore and oh, it's super shallow and all this stuff. And it's just like, look, there's a friend of mine, content creator, and I was talking to him about it. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna like rip the Band-Aid off. I will tell you practically everything that's about to happen in the story based on everything that's happened before. The thing is, it's hidden. And when I explained to him what the actual lore was and how deep it goes, he was like, dang, I wish the actual game like showed it that way. And I guess the thing about it is, and actually this ties into the Somme Noir. I think partly, now this is probably Coke, because they probably could have just made up something, honestly. But part of the reason why the Somme Noir is coming back now is because they're actually ready to introduce the stuff that the Somme Noir has in it regarding the main story. Like, if as Riku just said, whenever the Somme Noir would come out, they would tell us stuff about the world. They would tell us stuff about Rover. For those who don't know, the Somme Noir was built by a companion, like a friend of Rover, some ancient friend of Rover. And so what would they have added if, and to be honest, Genshin did this as well, I recall. I don't know if y'all remember, but back in the day, their excuse for not adding more levels to the tower, like Tower of, what's it called? What, Abyss?
Tower of Abyss.
Tower of Abyss, yeah.
Tower of Adversity.
Spiral Abyss.
The same thing, man.
Yeah, I still play the game, so I just don't think
Memory of
about it.
chaos. Yeah.
But yeah, their reason was like partially story related as to why they didn't add more floors.
But they wrote it, bro. They wrote the story. They could have just made it work, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Sure.
you made this, dude. What kind
I
of excuse is
agree.
that? Whose fault is that, man? You did that.
Excuses.
But all I'm saying is that
Man,
we're
right.
finally getting to the part of the story where things move forward. Because I've said this many times before, 2.x in general did not move the plot of the story that
Absolutely.
much. It was kind of just like popcorn cinema, where it was a fun story, very enjoyable, but nothing really moved since Black Shores. And now that we're in 3.0, well, technically 1.4, but yeah. Now that we're in 3.0, things have just been moving, and like I said, I've just been over the moon with this patch. So that'll be that's my TED talk.
Nice.
Yeah.
I see it.
I loved the contrast in 2.0 between Septimont and Raguna. I thought that was one of the best things Wuwa has ever done in terms of giving value to the world building. getting to know how, and then it was tied into real life too, getting to know how the religious people are and how they live their life as opposed to fucking pantheons and shit who fight for guts and glory. I think we need literally 10x fold more civilizations with different nuances in Wuwa. I think that's something that's missing. And well, it's Roy and Tribe now versus the Space Trek Collective, but it's always just two groups. And I feel like if you play a lot of other games, there's always 7 different cultures and nations, and races and shit, and it just makes the game feel so much bigger. In fact,
I would argue. For example, someone like me, I get confused very fast. Keep it concise.
There's a way to do it though.
Nilfgaard, Chimeria, and stuff like that, and then there's Redanian. It's 3 of them, and that's it. It's easy to understand.
I think there's a way to do what you're talking about, though, Matt, because one of the things I actually was hoping they would do with Lucilla, if you all remember, they talked about it a couple times in the story now, where they're like, oh, there's all these competing factions. And they talked about it in Luke's story, and then they talked about it a little bit with Lucilla. So my expectation was oh, we're going to see somebody from the new Federation. Do you all remember when Lene had to go before the board for screwing up?
Yes, yeah.
I was like, that was a missed opportunity. Because imagine if that table was full of big individuals from Ashinohara.
You're cooking.
Yeah.
You're cooking.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
New Federation. The Star Trek Collective with the war, and obviously because he's fractals. And then Lucilla's telling us, oh yeah, the fractals are all intertwined. So I mean, I have copium.
It puts the thought of excitement of the unknowable into people's brains. You're fucking cooking so hard. Go ahead.
But yeah, it's just that would have been factions.
Those guys. Diamond, you want to know who's Diamond, you want to know who's all those.
Yeah, exactly.
Holo does it really good. Holo does it very well.
And so they could have done something like that to where the reason why I was saying it's easy to do and it's really short is just that if you just have some really good looking character models that display a Japanese looking character for Ashinohara, because Enfield they didn't do it, but at the end of the first patch of Enfield, you go and you talk to all those people from different. You hear their voices. One dude sounds like he's sort of Russianish. No disrespect, but you know what I'm talking about. The Asian woman who was from the HAS, and it's okay, we got this whole shadowy group of individuals.
It's like a council, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So something like that would make it easy. Something like that would make it easy to differentiate, the different places. So you could do it in theory, but yeah.
I think that's the biggest critique that I've always had of the Wuwa story since the whole Ridicita arc has been setting up factions that never really truly interact with each other or have that integration. The Septimontians and the Ragunas, we never really see them come together that much and being able to express how they feel about each other. The Montellis and the Phasaelias, we never really got that. And then again with 3.0, like we're saying, with usurpers or people who are going against Lucilla, they were all teased and mentioned in 3.0 and they never really came to fruition. I've always said that I would love to see that. People like conflict within itself, not isolated stories, but
have you seen that Kuno drama, bro? People loved conflict, dude. That shit's lore goes deep, bro, by the way.
I think that's very
I said something similar as well. I think that Kuro gets tunnel vision a lot. They get tunnel vision on the story, the main story, and they kind of, for better or worse, they forget about a lot of stuff that helps worlds feel more lived in. So when they do the thing, the main story with Rover and all with the characters, they do that story really, really well, for the most part. But they get tunnel vision on that too far, and they forget a lot of other stuff that helps worlds feel more alive and not just back pieces, not just set drops. So I agree. I've said the same thing.
They mentioned it in an interview. I can't really recall exactly, but they said they want to focus the most when you play the story on invoking an emotion in you. Right? That's what they care about the most. So
how does everybody feel about Rover trying to save Amos? Do you want her to come back or do you want her to stay dead?
I personally don't think there's a problem with because I think that the whole end goal after 3.1 was we're gonna save Imeth. She's basically our daughter. We're gonna go save her and bring her back, and we're gonna seal Aleph 1 away forever so they can never get out or whatever, right? I think saving Imeth has always kind of been the end goal with this story, and I think they're using Imeth as a conduit to go another Threnodian, another big bad that's going to threaten Solaris. We're going to take down Aleph 1, and we're also going to save Imeth. It's 2 birds with 1 stone, and I think that's kind of what they've done with this story. Whether the end game was end goal is oh, we're the rover, we have to save the Sentinels and destroy the Threnodians and stop the Fractors from using the Threnodians' power to better themselves and rule Solaris or whatever their big plan is, right? So I think the fact that they've intertwined the fact that Imeth got trapped in the same place where Aleph 1 is, so it gives us the opportunity, 1, to save Imeth, and 2, to also finally defeat the Threnodian. I think it was all part of the plan anyway. So I don't think there's a problem with it.
Y'all know how I feel. I want her to stay dead, and if she don't, and if she ends up getting saved, I want somebody else to die because he saved her.
Kill Frolova. Kill Frolova. Frolova should be dead.
She's gonna get saved. She's gonna be saved.
She's gonna get saved.
Like it's basically, we know the destination. It's the journey. It's the journey.
I just want for once for like he went out of his way to save Ameth, and then because of that, Karthithia got cooked. You know what I mean? And it's like, and that lesson there just goes to show, hey brother, you can't always get the outcome you're looking for. That's
they even referenced the Blessed Maiden in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
They even went, the Thenodians trying to.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they actually referenced the Blessed Maiden again in the trailer. So for all we know, we could see Karthithia again. We don't know, but they referenced her.
That's a huge insert. I'll be real. I don't want to see her again. All right, she got the spotlight way too long. Enough Karthithia. Let's just get some
we need more. We need more.
Disagreed.
Yeah, I'm about to say I disagree too, bro. You on that one, B.
Oh, Chief.
Smack, I've got this one theory that you might enjoy. You know, like we know that the Ameth is a digital ghost. She said that several times. She's a digital ghost, and we have this new entity that's like just a complete shell of herself, right? I think it's a reference or a hint to putting the ghost in the shell. You know, I think that's what
that's
it.
Damn,
that's
hold on,
my
Ryu.
theory.
What the Foley cooking, brother?
That's good.
Well, it just seems so obvious to me. Like
sense.
That's just
It makes
seems like
sense,
what they're gonna do.
Ghost in the Shell, that would make
And on the
perfect
point of
sense.
Karthithia, I think Denia's gameplay. This is something I said on stream as well. Like the new area does feel like Setmon, as Cap said as well, and also Denia's playstyle. If you notice the music as well, when they're playing through the Denia's playstyle, the music also sounded a lot like Rinisita as well, and her playstyle, like the two different forms, was very very similar to Karthithia as well. So she's like the anti-Karthithia, like the opposite, the one that went full bore onto being Thenodian. Again, I think they're gonna tie back to 2.x with that whole thing. That's my theory.
I like that they're doing the thing with all the characters. Speaking of which, what you said, they have 2 forms. They're going to be starting to do that with every character, like Punishing Grey Raven. You got the base form where you attack, then you ult transform, you have a whole second set, then you ult and it goes back to the base one. I think they're going to be doing that for pretty much maybe all future characters. That's kind of like the evolution of Punishing Grey Raven. And like, if you look at Ameth, she has like 3 time stop animations, right? They're really starting to lean more towards that, but I think it's good. I think it's actually like a cool thing they're doing with the characters, where it feels like they have so much more going on and they're a little bit more exciting.
Is there anything else in 3.3 that was big that you feel we haven't covered yet?
Well, I think we should pour money together, and they have ad space on the bikes, and we could probably like get like a cool icon or something. I'm thinking like if we get like a logo, we might be able to get that thing on there. Pragmata came out today. They started advertising it. You know,
I'm
maybe
like,
we could get
this
something.
game even come out yet?
Bro, look what I linked in the Discord, bro. Your ad here. Wait.
I saw that. Like you could just. Your
Is the actual music from those games coming with this collab livery too?
Though? I don't know. I hope so.
I hope so too, man.
I think
they never specified. They never specified.
Get the Angry Birds song playing 24 hours a day on the bike.
They actually added more Persona songs. I don't know if y'all know that. But they added more
it was out of nowhere.
It was like 3 songs. I was on the bike yesterday, and I'm just like with Miss Life, and we're just hanging out.
Yeah,
and then I'm
good
just like
too.
on the bike, and I'm like, yo, wait. And so she's singing beside me. We're just rocking out. I'm just like, yo, this is dope.
They have like Rivers in the Desert and stuff. Some of the bangers, bro.
That's her favorite song. Yep.
You know what caught me off guard? I was really expecting them to reveal some characters, like for the 3.3, and they didn't reveal anybody. I was like, oh damn. Then again, we got our hands full, I guess, with Hiyuki, Denia, and
they want her to
coming
sell.
after.
We still have Lucilla. We haven't got Lucilla yet, and she was a character that was announced way back in December. So
yeah, I think this is a perfect segue, man. I think this is a perfect segue. All right, bro. The anniversary upset. What the fuck were they thinking not teasing the Cyberpunk collab? Like just like a 10-second teaser, a 15-second teaser.
I'm gonna defend Wuthering Waves. Wait, let me defend Wuthering Waves. Right. So essentially, what I guess is probably gonna happen is that they are gonna be having the Wuwa concert, right? The same thing happened for HSR, where like they showed the teaser for the collab during the HSR concert. So maybe WoW will do the exact same thing, right? Devs
At the very end, you think
there we go. Yep.
You got
I just feel like when you tease shit like that, though, even it like covers up the bad shit that people got let down about.
It's
like,
true. People get hyped instantly.
Yeah. It's like a cheat code. Oh, 45 pulls. God damn, y'all see that damn tease? It's like it's the fact that they didn't do it. It's like I just feel like it was an L decision, man. But Pokey, you're probably right. You're probably cooking over there, man.
Yep. I think so.
It goes back to relevance. It's like you need something to recreate hype and re-spark the hype in the community.
It definitely goes back to the point though of like maybe they don't want to tease stuff because they do want you to pull for like Hiyuki or Denia.
Yep,
like they don't want you to like start saving. Like maybe that's the direction.
It might be because I think if they announced, but by the way, guys, the next patch is the collab. They're gonna be like, well, fuck Yuki then. I want myself a Lucy.
I mean, you better make your stuff good enough to pull on both then, man. Make people start topping up.
I watch things like, the HSR X Mappa collab. No, it's cool, man. It's cool. You can go right after this.
Dude, we're gonna get Pink Pineapple, bro. We're not getting that. Like, we're not gonna get those studios.
All I'm saying is like that type of shit just sends the community to a new realm of hype, even if the fucking anniversary was mid. And I feel like that's the type of things people expect on anniversaries. Crazy shit like that,
Especially since we had the like unofficial leak of the Cyberpunk stuff that was an accident. Everyone thought, oh, that's gotta mean they're gonna mention it in the live stream. That's why they've gotta mention it. But like that, I feel like maybe that whole incident might be a reason why we didn't get a sneak peek in this live stream.
Maybe.
I'm kind of wondering, like, they were like, oh, people already know. Maybe we want to save it for something else. I don't know.
Yeah.
I figured something out, chat.
Wait, I want to ask something real quick. Do y'all know there's this little pooling event thingy, right? Like they did for the pools. Like you need to get points. Do you know how many pools that actually is? Like how many
it might be the same as last year, but I'm not sure.
Which is how many?
They had the screenshot. I think I have it.
They have. It says 1,000 points, but I don't know how many pools it actually is.
No, they like to be really, really vague with this stuff and never tell you how many pulls you're gonna get or how many it requires until like patch notes.
I see.
I
see.
They normally have that little event page though, where you get to go down and they tell you how much they're giving per event and shit like that, right? It's probably up.
I was gonna say,
it's up. I have the site. Hold on, let me share with y'all.
Oh yeah, release the patch notes. Wait, we can check.
Yeah.
I was gonna say another big thing. This is something that I've seen a lot in my sorry, my chat is.
Wait, sorry. Yo, bro, are you walking? Are you on a treadmill?
Yeah,
I just noticed.
Right now.
I literally just noticed.
Is it constantly like?
I was like, wait, why are you like? Okay, now yeah. I thought you were really excited for what you were saying. Oh, okay, but now it makes sense.
Yeah, man, gotta get those steps in somehow.
But what's the move around?
But what you call it? No, the optimizations in terms of like storage and like the self-developed frame generation thing. That was like a really big thing that a lot of people like. There's so many people in my channel who would just be like, "Yeah, I stopped playing the game because I can't run it anymore," or what have you, or it's too much space and things of that nature. And so I think a lot of people are probably gonna appreciate that and possibly even return to the game because now they can more effectively, like I have people who are just watching my streams. They're like, "Yeah, I just watch it now through you because I can't even play the game anymore." So now they can actually play the game.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty great.
I mean, the hype is there. Like, have you seen the numbers? Like, I think they were cracking peak numbers now. Everybody's a hype for the anniversary.
I think people are going to enjoy it. They're going to enjoy it.
I just say, they're waiting for this. You're getting a total of 800 asteroids for the elusive realm update.
That's always been the thing, though. That's always been it, though. It's always been around about that much for elusive realm once you complete it. That's nothing. Yeah. That's what it's always been. They've literally just. With each elusive realm, it's a different lore piece and a different set piece, but the rewards have always been the same.
Yeah, I think overall that was everything I wanted to talk about. Go ahead, Reap.
No, I was just going to say one of the biggest reasons why I think many people are upset about the anniversary is like I'm just thinking, what is the big standout? What's the main centerpiece of the anniversary? Like usually they have like one. This is the main thing. This is what we're going to center out the anniversary. But I can't think of what the main thing would be. So I think that's what it is.
Angry Birds.
There's no one big thing that people can.
Angry Birds.
Okay, that's it. That's it. Anniversary. So Angry Birds. That was it. Yeah, for sure. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no one big thing. Like they had
I
last
agree.
time that the whole the big cake thing, and but now it's just like
well, they announced Cyberpunk as well.
Yeah,
They announced
Yeah,
the
back in the
collab
day.
last year too,
Yeah,
which
back in the
like
day,
that
yeah.
was kind of a big deal, right?
Yeah, it was insane. It was insane.
Well, they did announce Angry Bird collab now, so you have that.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, the Mornier skin, man. I feel like that was
Oh.
like
Yeah.
it's cute, but I was
cute.
like expecting at least 2 skins, man. I'm like, bro,
Okay,
what?
wait. Let me talk about cosmetics really quick in this game. I think they make some pretty decent cosmetics. Some of the skins, like I thought the Mornier skin looked pretty good. I think their prices are ludicrous. They are
Wait, how much is the Mornier
unreal.
skin?
And I spend so much money on trash in gachas, but $35 for a skin
Yeah.
is
Oh, it's 35.
unreal.
With no
like just
VFX. No
Yeah,
VFX.
yeah,
That's
with
the
nothing.
Most,
Yeah,
that's the
that's
most upsetting thing.
Yeah,
the
if
VFX.
everything was
Bro,
different, new ult, I would be like, okay, you know what? It's actually, I still think
warrant
that's
it.
kind of expensive, but I would be like, that's pretty good. But yeah, I didn't even
Bro.
think about the VFX. You're right, but the price is just unreal. And the bike skin, brother, we don't even know if we're gonna have a bike in the next version.
That's
Are
my
we gonna
biggest
even have a
problem,
bike?
too.
It flies.
Yeah.
It's not a bike anymore.
Like, do you guys remember those suckers
What
who
is
bought
it?
the wing skin
All-terrain?
and then the bike came out? Like, eat shit. You paid $10 for nothing, literally. Like, what are you doing with that, right?
But that's
So the next version, what if we have like a submarine? Where the hell is that $25 bike you just bought?
Yeah.
Let me say something on that real quick. Submarine is crazy. So you're basically buying it for a year, right? But what I will say is this: we are very likely going back to Renacida eventually, and not just going back just for like a little have a conversation event. Like it's a high likelihood that there's going to be a new area. So I say that because like the wings, for example.
Bro, do you work there? Wait, how?
Well, I mean, ideally, if it's Arena Seed, the wings will work. So I guess my whole point is like the only saving grace. And mind you, I'm in agreement with you. I've told many people to be like, "Oh, is the bike worth it?" I'm like, "Not really." Like, get it if you want, but not really. Like, "Oh, is the skin worth it?" Not really. I have a 6 Zani, so I got the skin, but it's not like. So it's just like, but like I said, with
Amethyst.
the fact that we're gonna get a new map in Septimont, and like I said, the reason why we are is because there's supposed to be a volcano in Septimont, unless they just decided to scrap that. But if you go to Septimont, right behind that giant statue, like where the finale happens, there's like some built up unclear mountains. And usually when they add that much stuff, it's because there's something that will eventually come after it. And there's also like a little lore detail where they explain there's supposed to be a volcano in Septimont. The whole name Septimont is 7 mountains. So point is, there's a high likelihood that it will get an expansion. And so you will get to use the wings. And possibly going forward in this game, we might get a high roar expansion after, like in 4.0 or 5.0 or something. So the only saving grace is if we go back to that region and get an expansion, then you can fly.
You know what I was,
Or drive your bike or whatever.
We're maybe looking at a lot of years though, for all we know. Right?
I'm still thinking about the skin thing and trying to just figure out why the fuck they do the things they do. And the only thing I can think of is maybe because they struggle with optimization issues and their graphics are so high, maybe just it's probably just a skill issue or a lot of work to put skins in the game with VFX and all of that shit. It probably is jank.
But also the counter to that is they did it with Jinshi. Jinshi had a completely different overhaul in animations of her limited skin last year.
It was mid though. It was mid.
No,
though.
it wasn't the best. It wasn't the best looking skin. Obviously, at
But
the
you're
time I
right,
was
yeah.
Jinshi. But
they did it,
But they did it. So even
Yeah.
if it isn't to that scale, she got a new weapon skin, a new limited weapon skin, a new skin for her in general. Her entire animation has changed, and then you also got a new icon and other things as well. So it's like it was like a bundle thing for like the same price as $35. So why wouldn't they? And we also got a free Sunhorse skin along that. So why would we not? What, so for an anniversary patch, if they announced the new Mornier skin, and if it's a winter type skin, her effects could have snow coming out, icicles coming out, something, and then have her weapon get a new ice looking skin. It wouldn't have been out of the blue or come from left field for them to go, we're doing that. If it's a new skin and they do that, great. Because they've done it before and they haven't done it again since. They did the beach skins of Carlotta and who's the Phoenix girl? I forgot. Chang Li.
Skins in the game.
They did 2 summer skins, and I think they've done like 1 or 2 other skins as well since then, not including this new Monnier one. But they've not had effects. Zani, that's it. Zani one was a letdown. That was I ain't get buying that dog shit. That was
I like it.
No, that was.
I
brutal,
liked
man.
it.
No.
It wasn't the best skin.
No.
but
You
I
had
did-
to get it
It's
though because you like
overpriced,
Sonic.
man.
You had
It was
to.
over-
It was
it
100%
was-
overpriced.
Yeah.
It was an
100%
overpriced dress.
Yeah.
It's like going to get a bloody branded dress. It was an overpriced goddamn dress. It was.
Oh, that's how much the dress would cost in real life. Like shit. Why even buy the damn skin? Like.
Right?
I feel like it's just League of Legends chroma skin sold at $35, bro.
That shit should have been free.
I will say this though.
I like
Shorekeeper
this
needs a
Zany
skin.
Sorry.
The fact that Shorekeeper doesn't
does.
have a skin at this point is kind of crazy.
True.
If anyone doesn't have a
Shorekeeper
skin,
and
it should
Card,
be
like,
her.
yeah.
Like
Yeah, I
the
agree.
most owned
Here's
unit
the
in the
reason why.
game.
Oh,
Here's the reason why they don't bring skins.
hold the fuck up, bro. This just reminded me.
Okay.
They showed all the skins for the characters in that dumbass picture that we
Yeah,
could have in
what the
game.
hell was that?
I'm like, brother.
Oh yeah.
They have
Where
all
are
these designs and all these
Every
collaborations, but
gacha,
they
every
never make
gacha
them
does
skins.
this.
It's
They're
crazy.
like, we're doing a collab with KFC, and then they come up with like the nicest outfit ever, and it never goes in game. Instead, you get like some crap or something. You're like, what the hell?
Jenna, you know what really annoys me? You know what really fucking annoys me? They already have like actual rendered different versions of characters in the game right now. Like the dark version of Carlotta, for example, the black version of Carlotta that we talk in
the game.
circles. They could just make that a skin. Like just
Bro,
put it in there.
There were
$5,
fake
whatever. It's
leaks
already in there,
that
just
was
make
going to be
money.
a skin, bro. That was like a fake
should
leak
be.
people put out a long ass time ago,
Bro.
spreading around that was a skin Carlotta
They've done
gets that
so
you never
many-
got.
They've done so many different versions of different characters like that. They just make it available, make it a color change. Why aren't they doing? Because they're idiots. Clearly, they don't like
did
money.
the same for
What's
Chisa.
wrong with
Look
them?
at Chisa's like they in
No, they should be free.
Chisa's Resonator showcase trailer. They had evil Chisa with a different color palette. Never saw evil Chisa once in the story. Never saw an alternate skin. Then they show off that brawn.
Michael Brenner as well. That was in the game. That was actually in the game. Like, why
It's-
not?
I want the old
where
version
is-
of Linnae as well.
Yeah, bro.
Assassin Linnae.
Where's Super
that's
Saiyan?
nice.
Got it, you know, like you said. Where's that Super Saiyan version of Gal Brenner that we saw in 2.7? Where the hell is that?
Wait, actually,
Where was
wait.
it in the game?
I want to say
Yeah.
something real quick. What happened to Galbreda? Like, bro, just
She's
disappeared.
gone.
She's
Her
like,
banner
She's
left,
gone.
bro.
To the
Her
sunset,
banner's
bro.
gone.
No, as
That's
in,
what
like,
happened.
is she tier 3 or like is she cooked? Like, cause AMF like
She
went
joined the
homeless.
Black Shores,
So she joined the Black Shores,
and then she left. And then she left. And then
No,
she
as in
just-
like
She was always a nomad.
meta-wise, like meta-wise. Is she okay?
Monofusion's
Oh,
one of the
she's
best.
good. Oh, meta-wise?
She's still
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
She's still good.
Oh, she's fine.
Oh,
She's
she's
good.
good? Oh,
I
okay,
myth
okay.
exists, but she's still good.
Mm.
I will say.
There's better options, but you can totally use her and she's fine.
Very
Yeah,
easy.
that's good, that's good.
She clears. She cleared for me.
I've been
Oh,
using it
she
recently
was
just because of fun, obviously because it's a game.
Cap's been trying to speak.
I've been
Whoa.
Wait, what?
Go on, Kat.
No, I was kidding, bro.
I was just saying, Monofusion. Galbraith is still one of the best characters in the game.
She's pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah,
I actually grew to like her
yeah.
more. I didn't like her at first, like gameplay wise. I was not, but I've been playing her more. Actually, I felt the same way about Forlova, crazy enough. Like, she was not the most fun gameplay wise, but I think after I played her more, I was just like, you know what? Actually, I like it.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of buffs? Is it finally time to visit 1.0, some 2.0 characters?
Bro,
Yeah.
S0 Jinxie does the same, like, what is it? What's S0 Jinxie does like no damage compared to like Imeth or whatever it is. S6 Jinxie does the same damage as S0 Imeth. Like,
I think they need to go back and
That's
buff
bad.
the old 1.x characters and add
Yep.
and give
'Cause
them
PGR
the
does
negative
That's a
statuses.
Kuro game.
Give them
yeah, they have leap
like all the
skills.
spectral units from Genshin needs a Spectral Frazzle, need Havoc Bane for Dungeon. We need to add all these negative status that all the new characters have, but 1.x doesn't. They need to go back and just at least allow them
Yinlin
to use
who?
those at the very least. It makes no sense that they can't use
I
them.
mean,
Valkyro,
'Cause-
new 5-star version of Valkyro,
Yinlin,
please.
like Jinxie, because they completely abandoned coordinated attackers since 1.0. They
True.
don't
Yeah.
exist. They haven't existed, right?
I
So
miss
all
them.
those
Tutorial
characters, all those characters are now just like dead in the water because there's no teams, there's no supports for them. They don't care about that meta anymore. It's just gone. So
Yeah.
they should do something about those characters specifically.
Such a shame.
It's like,
I
I'm
love-
all
I
for
love that.
introducing new game mechanics, and that's what like you're really trying to push as in the stronger thing to use. But like always try to keep the old mechanics like somewhat competitive. Well, I like for example, HSR they went back and buffed the
And
Dot.
got real is got real. Hell yeah, bro.
yeah, but they did buff
Shut up.
Gacha and stuff. Like Dot is okay now, unless I'm like off rail.
Well,
because I
Dot's
don't-
good, unless you didn't pull one character that enables the entire playstyle that I don't have, in which
course,
case
I
your
mean,
entire
is it
account
Black
can't
Dahlia?
do Dot and it's literal dog shit.
Is it Black
Fucking
Dahlia?
Actually, that's
Yeah,
not
Dahlia.
true. Actually, that's
missed
not
her
It
too.
literally is
Here we
true,
go.
bro.
Actually,
Don't
that's
even.
not true.
Let's not get into
Actually.
HSR. This is a Wuwa stream right now. Let's not get
Yeah,
into
but what
that,
I'm
please.
trying to say is like, at least make sure the previous play styles that we all bought into at a certain time, which were the best, to at least remain somewhat relevant in comparison to the new ones, like Super Break,
Yes.
back in the day, etc.
I mean, if we will rope that in, I will say I am pissed that HSR is doing all the shit I wanted them to do a whole last year ago. Like welts getting stronger, blades getting glazed, silver wolves getting glazed. All that shit's happening. It's just like a year too late for me, but it's so cool to see it's actually happening. Which, like I said, anytime I see parallel games and companies do things like that, it just makes me think, okay, I know for a fact because it's working, it's succeeding, it's a good business plan in real time. I know for a fact it's eventually going to come in a game like Kuro Games. It's just a matter of
Absolutely.
It's going to be year 3. I don't know. Who the fuck knows?
The game will keep improving.
PGR did it.
That's how they hook you. That's how they keep you roped with the carrot.
I was going to say another problem with Wuwa is actually like a double-edged sword. It's the fact that there is that skill expression ceiling that enables people to still walk into the in-game modes and pop off with characters you would think should not be doing what they do, but they do. Zani, and then you've. Go ahead, Cap. Go ahead.
No, because like in a lot of the new characters, like Sigrika or Luke, they've actually removed your abilities to like do quick swapping as easy.
Oh,
yeah,
so
I heard about that.
Skill expression in the newer characters.
Yeah.
Like to me, that's a big sign. Like, okay, you're not doing buffs for 1.0 characters. You're taking away quick swap ability from the newer characters that'd be really cool for. They're slowly taking away all the things that make the combat like fun and giving that skill expression. And,
Well,
like, why?
Here's my opinion on that is I don't think quick swapping has to be a big thing of the game. I think the most important thing is making the enemies have more interaction with you rather than like you have a lot more stuff. Because look at a game like, for instance, a Dark Souls game, right? It is the most basic shit ever. Roll and attack, right? But what makes it so good is the enemies in each fight feels unique or different and cool. So I think they can definitely make it so Wuthering Waves is more about like having the boss to be crazy. Did you see the new hologram they showed for what's the name? I think it starts with an S. Bro has like 15 cutscene attacks or something like that. So it's probably more about learning.
That annoys me.
Yeah, it is kind of annoying having a constant time where you're just like, all right, come down, bro. Like I'm waiting. Right?
Especially when you're trying to fight against a timer. When they're just up in the air, you can't hit them. You can't do it. You just have to wait for like.
Well, we can all agree timers are a
finish.
problem.
It's so annoying.
But you know what I mean. Either way, is like I feel like it's better if they make the bosses really cool design and then make it so the characters are just going like ape shit, which they've been doing. I think is kind of cool.
Respect the boss.
Would be like it's a gacha game though, and everyone plays gacha games not because the bosses are cool, but because they like to pull for the characters. And if the characters don't feel good, then do they even care about doing the bosses in the first place, right? Because the gameplay in most of these games is just playing the characters themselves. So like
that's usually at least half the content is the new character that comes out in a game.
The characters are the product, so yeah.
They don't care about using them against the bosses in the first place. So I don't know, maybe.
That's me too.
Well, before we wrap up the cast, is there anything else I want to get off y'all's chest?
There's one. I have one.
What's up?
I think events should give you rewards without having to clear them completely. For they are hit or miss. They lock away a lot of what the potential rewards are in the patch to like give us a lot more free pulls. And considering the very nature of events, which is hit or miss, consider like there's just these mini games that some may enjoy. I personally don't enjoy most of them. They should like, if when the event ends, you get the rewards. It's an event that you get to play. If you want to play, you play it. If not, I should not be penalized and having to do things I don't want to do for the sake of premium currency, just for the sake of you giving more value to the premium currency, like locking it behind an activity that I don't want to do.
Okay, well, maybe maybe instead of doing that, then maybe instead what they should just do is have the rewards in the main game rather than the side events. If you're going to go with that, and just and have the side events just be really good additional content that sometimes gets added, and it's not for the rewards. Then I guess because you may as well just like put it somewhere else. Then in that
you would log in every day. The events are there to incentivize you to log in every day.
Exactly.
That's
I feel like if you're not going to do the events though, I mean, it's just kind of like, let's be honest, that's at least half the game. You're kind of just not playing the game really at that point. I mean, the gacha is so much about events.
I am playing the game. I'm making my characters better and stuff. That's the game.
Now you got to realize it is the game. That's what we sign up for. But that's not what they think the game is. The game is the mini games, bro. The events.
Yeah, they're becoming an arcade.
It's a retention tool. That's the long and short of it. It's a retention tool, and it's not really.
Sorry.
Well, I was just gonna say it's not really there. Respectfully, it's not really there for your enjoyment. It's there for their retention.
Yeah,
like
and they're not gonna change that because that's what every gacha does. Like
what I was gonna say. No, you were on to something. Life, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, if you look at infield, for example, one of the things I've been kind of theorizing to myself is like, okay, when all these gachas come out, how are they gonna differentiate themselves, and how are they gonna like make themselves more interesting to more appealing?
They don't.
And well, the goal is like you might think, oh, just more generous, right? But these guys have a bottom line and they don't want to break that. So what I started to realize, and this is exactly what infield did, is they basically make it to where they will give you the rewards. They will be quote unquote more generous, but the cost is more time. So it's just like, hey, look, we've got all these events. So technically, when you look at the number at the end of the patch, oh yeah, we are actually very generous. But the cost is your time investment because ideally, like Genshin did it with just like having super long quests where like the quests were like unnecessarily 12 hours because the goal is if you're playing our game, you're not playing somebody else's game because you have limited time. So it's just like it's kind of baked in, and it's not really that. I have copium for a lot of things.
Going along with what you're saying though is like a lot of these games will say like we're giving out 8,000 pulls, and it's like you have to play like a dog and do every achievement. You have to do every single little thing to get every little pull scraped together to actually get those. It's like the biggest load of bullshit, right? Like.
Yeah, and
that's what he was getting at.
Like, go ahead, Smack. My bad.
No, I said that's what you were getting at.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. It's just like that's the point. It sucks, but that's quite literally the point. It's not for your enjoyment. It shouldn't
suck as bad, is what I'm saying. And here's the incentive. The incentive is if you want them early, whilst the character is still hot, you do the event. If not, you can skip it, and like you can get the character at the end of the event. Like you get the pulls after the event rolls away, as in they're late. Your incentive is you get them early. That should be enough of an incentive.
I get what you're saying here. The issue here is what you're. Maybe you didn't take this into consideration. It's that events are there for them to turn a slip into investors and say, this is how long people are playing our game. If they do what you just presented, they're actually, that slip of how many people are playing their game, the playtime on their game goes down. That's just an L from their perspective. Furthermore, events are something in gacha games that are throw it on the wall and see what sticks and collect the data and then come back again with more events. So it's like, although I completely acknowledge what you're saying, I think the issue here with you is that you're playing a gacha game and expecting them to give you a 5-star steak of events, and that's just not going to happen. They're going to give you fast food every time. And it's like that is just there to give you extra pulls and increase the playtime of their game.
Or just spend money.
When it comes to gacha games, this is what they're always wanting one of two things. You're always spending. You're either spending time or you're spending money. You can't spend neither. You just do one or both. That's what they're always aiming for.
It's a free game, and that's like the trade-off. But I do think you're cooking. It's just it's in the gacha. You know what I mean? That's kind of like, comes with the territory.
There is a middle ground.
There's not.
There's the incentive. If you want to get them early, it matters because banners are time gated. You want them now. You want to get the character now. Do the event.
They're doing that now.
It's a middle ground for you, not a middle ground for the company.
But also at the same time,
if the event is enough of an incentive, then why the hell, like, why can't they just do that? Like, if they just want playtime, the event is gonna roll anyway. If the event is good, like, of course people are gonna play.
But like I said,
the currency, which is
So V, let me ask you a question. What if you're the minority in that perspective, though, and you were to look at the event data, and a lot of people are clearing the events entirely? From a company perspective, if they do what you're presenting, they're doing something for the minority, not the majority.
Absolutely, yeah.
You see what I mean? But I don't. I'm not saying you're wrong, though.
We should be having more people wanting this. We should turn the minority into the majority, is what I'm trying to say.
But also at the same time, here's the counter, right? No, but give me what I want. No, so with a lot of the permanent events they do, all they do when the limited time is up, they cut the rewards in half. If you've noticed, anyone noticed that when like
they remove a bunch of special stuff.
If it's a permanent event and it's permanent forever, when the limited time is up and the next patch starts, the events, the rewards do still go down.
Yeah.
So that's the caveat. It's like the events that there are going to be rewards always there. It's just not going to be anywhere near as much as you could have got if you did it in this patch's time frame. So if every event they released did that kind of thing, that's the only middle ground I could say. Where it's like if you don't do the events in the patch time, they're still going to be there, but don't expect the same amount of rewards. They're going to be cut. You can still get rewards if you want to play the event whenever you want, but it's not going to be the premium amount because it's not the premium patch of the event.
They usually have the limited time rewards, and then you could replay it and get the others later.
Other rewards, yeah. So that's the caveat, because again, like Smack said, it's a data recorder, right? They're recording data, and obviously, yeah, you might be in the minority where people do really want that. We would all love that if we could all get all of the rewards.
Oh, these are
it'd be amazing,
games, man.
Just reminded me of something
Be a
else.
little more tilting more towards the casual side. Like me sitting around doing a cube event isn't something I signed up for when I joined a hack and slash game, just for the sake of getting currency. Like I shouldn't be penalized with that. Like if I don't want to play it, if I wait enough time, I can still get the resources. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but I know I get it, V. But it goes back to the vast majority. It's there because they know the vast majority of players want that resource, and if they want to get that resource, they have to play through the event, and that increases play time. It's really just that simple. Or spend money. That's the gotcha. Yeah, it's garbage, but it works. It works.
Welcome to Gacha game.
Yep.
But lessen the amount of gacha. Remove a small layer of the gacha. It's still a goddamn gacha. Just remove a little of the layer.
Okay, wait.
Brother.
Look, you have to look at it this way. There's two types of gachas, and I've talked about this before to a few of you guys like Smack. But there's gachas that are about the events, and there's gachas that are about the main game. So when a new update happens in Wuthering Waves, a big part of it is the events. And like that will take up a lot of your playtime. But then the other types of gachas are an event is basically you clear a stage and you press a button and auto clears every day, and it gives you resources for the rest of the game. And the rest of the game you're constantly playing through every update. But
Those
with something like Wuthering Waves,
games, by the way.
yeah, I mean me too usually. But for something like Wuthering Waves, it's about the limited time you go in, you do the story, you do the events, you're done. Like that's basically it. And if you didn't pull a character, you're done even sooner usually. So like unfortunately you might want to play for the gameplay all the time, and believe me, I love the gameplay. I think the combat is amazing, but it's just like that's not the focus, and it never will be, and you have to realize it.
A man can hope.
That was my cope. Well, it wasn't even cope. It was just that was like my pseudo. So I still play Genshin. Like I still play the game. I play for the lore.
Hey,
but
nice if you enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, Cry has been fun. But the point I'm getting at is one of the times where I had a lot of burnout from Genshin though was when I had to come to the same realization that we're talking about right now. Whereas I was playing the game, I played it like a year and a half after, so I had like a lot of content, right? And whenever you play a game like that, same with Wuthering Waves, you're playing it as a normal game in the beginning because there's just so much content. You don't even have to think about pulling. But then as I started to catch up, I started to understand a little bit more. And then I'm just like, wait, like these events are not fun. I don't want to do them, but I also want these characters. And I don't have $18 billion to flood into the game. And so it's just like, it was very much a burnout session for me. My wife stopped playing the game altogether. Like she does not like the game anymore because of that. Yeah. Because she was playing it like a normal game at first too, until all the events that she didn't want to do and the FOMO and all that. And so the point is just like that's just kind of how it works. It's not going to change. And so that like
can change is what
I'm saying. Sure, but
flip it.
It's just like
look, you got to realize it won't.
A quite literal move of God would be required. Like some game would have to come out. Well, actually, not even just one game. It would have to be like multiple games would have to come out, and they'd all have to be bangers in the gacha space. Yeah. And then maybe they might reconsider reworking how they do their time investment stuff. But
I agree.
Pokke, were you gonna say something?
Oh no, I'm just saying he's right. So yeah.
Oh, I wanted to.
Thanks for the input, Pokke. Really appreciate it.
I'm actually going to bring Pokke in right now. I wanted to end this whole entire discussion off with how is and this is the last topic on God, and y'all get out of here. How's everybody feeling about the gacha space as a whole right now? Starting off with Pokke.
Oh shit. I think it's better than last time because there are just so many gacha games. So if you don't like a specific gacha game, there's always like a lot more like variety for you to choose from. So you don't have to be forced to play a game that you hate, and if you just hate a game, just move on, right? I think it's better.
Oh, that's great. That's great input, actually.
I think that's perfect. I think that's a perfect way to say it because there's so many gachas. You've got NTE coming out, Arc Knights came out this year, Silver Palace coming out this year, Ananta, all these other games, and there are more a wider variety of genres within these new gachas. You've got the first proper open world city gacha being NTE. Which I'm going to play. It looks pretty interesting, and Ananta is going to be another one that comes out later down the road. Silver Palace is like the Victorian one that looks really really nice. I like that a lot. And I think, like MrPokke said, because there's so many games out there now, so much variety, people can kind of pick the ones they like the look of and enjoy the most, and enjoy it to the best of their ability. And anyone that does hate a game and doesn't think a game is up to their expectations and par, it's very simple. There's a wide range of them out there now, so please go and find what you're looking for. And if you
Absolutely.
That's it.
I think that's like it's the same. I think the gacha space is really good for players because there is that freedom of a lot of choice, but I think it's not so great for the companies because they have a lot more competition and we're seeing a lot less like retention.
Thank God.
And even like a lot of newer games, right? So like
Good.
the companies now
finally.
are like incentivized massively to be like, oh, we can't just release a 3D open world gacha and suddenly it's a big deal. Like they can't.
They're gonna keep doing it though.
Yeah, they're gonna.
They will fail.
Yeah.
That they so it's a good thing for us as players, not good for the company. I don't care about that. Like hopefully they all pull their ass in gear and they take the time to actually make good games. Like I'm okay with that. Just make good games.
Well, I think that
yeah.
Oh,
sorry, going after you, bro.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think what Pokke was saying is true, but I also think that things have been a little bit toned down and more boring in the gacha space, I would say. And I think a big reason for that is I think people's fuses are a lot shorter now with games. Like, it used to be, I mean, look at when Genshin first came out. People were doing nothing and loving it. People were playing hundreds of hours of literally mint picking and all that kind of stuff, right? And they were loving it. But now a game comes out, like, you know how people find Enfield very boring right now? Like, there's not much to do, right? And the thing is, if it was during the Genshin era where it was fresh and new, people would be like, what do you mean? The game is still so great. I'm still setting up zip lines, right? I think people have realized they've seen that, done that in a lot of games, and it's harder to capture people's interests and make things more exciting. But a lot of games are still doing the same patches they've been doing for years and years now. And now people are finally starting to get a little bit bored. Damn, you got a whole meal delivered? You're like a bed and breakfast on a tray? Damn.
I know.
I didn't know. Forgot the camera was live.
No, that's sick, bro. No, but I think that a lot of people feel this way, maybe some of you guys, but I think a lot of players, whether conscious or not, they get bored a lot faster of these patches. And I think, like, for instance, the new Wuthering Waves patch, it looks pretty good. Like, if we're ignoring the anniversary stuff, looks great. Lots of cool things, cool area, cool characters, all that stuff. It looks great. But I think that we're in an era where people lose interest so much faster
nowadays.
Well,
I mean, it's proven.
Gachas, though. It's every major game. Like so many games coming out, people have such high expectations, and we've seen from like High God release and everything like that. People are looking for a reason, or Marathon looking for a reason to be like, no, this game's gonna die. This thing's wrong with the game. We're not touching it. It's not just gacha. It's
there is a lot of doom posting.
We're in the doom posting era, to be fair.
Yeah, it's like. I think this conversation goes back to what we were talking about last time. Me, you, Jenna, and Anna were speaking, like how the gacha space is like the bubble has bursting. It's all fracturing. I think
fragmented.
right now, because it's about to burst. That burst is going to be like a bit rocky for everyone involved. But once it bursts and everyone because right now people are being like stuck together. Like all the open world anime style RPG combat lovers, they go to Genshin or Wuthering Waves, and there's a lot of like difference of opinion within that. It leads to a lot of conflict and inner fighting as well as the fights between the different gacha games. But when all these other games come out as well, hopefully we'll see a lot of those players just like disperse to the other games so they can be more isolated and like just not have as much conflict as we do right now. So it's like there's a lot of doom posting. Like, oh, NT's coming out. Oh, dead game already. We're getting the same thing for NT as we got for Wuthering Waves as well. And it's going to be the same thing because people are still in this very tribalistic mindset. But hopefully once all these games do come out, the bubble will burst, it'll fracture. And once these communities are a bit smaller, a bit more close-knit, Because the more smaller a community is, the less fighting and toxicity there is within it.
I
really hope for that.
The PGR community is a prime example of that. It's such a nice niche, tight knit community. There's not that much negativity in that area, so I think more niches are actually
like
better.
Warframe, for example.
I think it doesn't make $50 million a month, bro. It's dead. Sorry.
Oh, you're right. No.
Add in, I think that's why it's incredibly important that we have more discussions like this with people from different walks of the space. Not people who all play the same exact gacha game, but people who play Limbus Company, people who play HSR like MrPokke, and then NTE and Infield, and we try to understand and bring together those communities to unite, because as more gacha games come out, guys, the space will continue to fragment, and I much prefer a united space than a fragmented space. Don't get me wrong, it can be a bit of both though, where it's fragmented but people respect the games that people appreciate versus this my game's better than your game bullshit. And I think the only way to really heal that slowly but surely over time is when we come into a call and share these discussions, share our difference in opinion, and be respectful and well adjusted about those things.
I agree.
It's far more interesting too to be understanding. Like it's just actually just more.
Absolutely, it's lacking in the space so much. Go ahead.
And collectively,
going after you, life. I'll go.
And we can collectively agree that Wuthering Waves is the best gacha game. Exactly.
Yeah.
There's always one,
bro. That's how it starts.
There's always one.
MrPokke crashes.
I'm joking.
I mean, got real, bro. Right, got real.
Hey, look. I quit.
Just say it.
Hey, look, I quit HSR like around 3.x. Like I basically quit like after Pentaconi because I was disappointed. 4.x has been fun.
Yeah, I've been hearing, man. I've been hearing great things.
I'm actually thinking about making some content on it. Like 4.x has been fun.
Yeah, it looks good from the outside looking in. It does. It looks really good.
It's like Genshin with Nodcry. People were saying Nodcry is actually the story for Nodcry is like, oh my god.
Apparently.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah, and ZZZ, and ZZZ. I've heard people are enjoying ZZZ. People are enjoying Nodcry. People are enjoying.
Thank Wuthering Waves for giving them competition.
Oh yeah, I mean that matters a lot. Of course, we can keep going back.
People say that's serious as well.
Like as in the anime-based games, which is like I feel like the gacha is already evolving and it's showing its true color. Like in the gacha space is actually a subsection of the anime fan space where people are more inherently interested in anime-style games more than the gacha aspect of it. We just tolerate the gacha aspect because these are the best anime games in the market for free that you can play for free. But besides that, I feel like Ananta is not a gacha game. It's like a normal game. I think their monetization is.
Are we sure?
It's not a gacha. It's confirmed it's not a gacha.
Oh, no, they're golden.
I think they went cosmetics only.
From the gacha space, which tells me that we care mainly about anime style games more than slot machines, which is great.
Always.
You know what? No, I'm gonna keep.
Let's not get too crazy.
I think people love playing gacha games because they love gambling. And if people really like playing anime games, there's actually anime games out there. But like you and I, like, everybody that plays gacha games inherently deep down, people just want to gamble, right? You want to get a feeling of winning that 50-50. You want to gamble right at RNG. So like it will never go away.
Yeah, otherwise you play League or something, bro.
Oh, that's true.
Comment on that.
No, I feel like that's not an outright truth, but it is a partial truth of the gacha space. I do think people also come here because if you look at the entire scope of the industry, the vast majority of the anime games are belonging. Like it's like as soon as you see a trailer with anime at any of these fucking events, it's like a gacha game.
Everyone assumes it's gacha.
Gacha game. So, but I do think Poke's spitting too. I do think a lot of people like to deny the fact that they have an impulse to fucking gamble.
Yeah, they like to open packs and stuff, like absolutely. But still, I feel like people are more attracted nowadays. Okay, microtransactions have been normalized. I don't even think it's necessarily because of gacha. Like microtransactions are everywhere, and those are a
100%.
form of.
EA is the best gacha company, confirmed.
Yeah, so basically what I'm saying is more anime-style games with different style of monetization that isn't just a freaking banner. It's like the same classic formula that we deal with in gacha is good. But all in all games are kind of gacha. You just choose your poison in a way is what I would say. I'd say even Overwatch is almost a gacha game. It has some gacha due to the loot box mechanic.
All right. We're coming up on an hour and a half. I really feel terrible. I do. I feel like you guys got shit going on. We can talk about it. I fucking love the fact that y'all even joined it on a whim. But I feel like Pokke. I feel like all y'all got shit going on.
Yo, wait. If it's longer, you could put in multiple ad integrations. Smack. Think about it.
Watch time, bro. Watch time.
If y'all got one last thing to get off your chest, and then let's wrap it up. What y'all's last things I want to get off, and then we wrap it up.
It's been fun.
Go in order.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, it's the first time I think I've spoken with life lessons, brother. You were a treat, man. You were a pleasure. Pokke, I haven't seen you in a while since seen you since China, brother.
Yeah.
What's up, my nigga?
Whoa.
Hey,
whoa.
There,
hey, let's go.
But,
do it again on stream right here.
Oh,
do it again right here, Pokke.
Okay, that's a crazy
Hey, Captain Cabinets, it was a pleasure meeting you. You were a charm, hun. Jenazat, you're my boy. Ryuki, you're my boy. V, I fucks with you. And Amethyst, you are an absolute pleasure too. You should do more podcasts. You articulate yourself well, man. You've been great. Seriously, I appreciate you guys.
I appreciate it.
We should.
All right.
Thank you.
See you later, guys.
See y'all. Bye. Thank you.
All righty.
All right.
Holy shit, I can't believe Smack just said, okay, wait, give me, I really need to pee. Hope you guys enjoyed the quick little gacha cast. Damn, look at that, chat. Bro, this shit is so fucking funny, bro. You know what? Wait, hold up. War emote. Cat. Bro, okay, I'm not even gonna reply, but no, this shit is so fucking funny, bro. Okay, but then as no cap on the stack, right? No cap. Oh shit, I need to update the Art Knights Enfield servers as well. I think a lot of the discussions was like, it was pretty good. It was Jenna's
chat was hilarious during this. Say popcorn.
Bro, Jenna's chat is just filled. Bro. Oh yeah, Kill That Boy was a crazy ass fucking emo though. I'm so glad I joined it from Jenna's chat. Okay, I think a lot of the points, like genuinely speaking, right? Genuinely speaking, a lot of those points that were said about like the Wuthering Waves lore, right? What are the future expectations of what's to come after the patch? Is like, it's very hypothetical, right? Because you kind of have to like call a spade. We are talking about the live stream, and like, this is a really generous score, right? Like, it is literally like potential, man. Like, what if the lore is crazy? What if they have something in the future? What if? But like, as of right now, without the what ifs, this very moment, I think 7 out of 10 is a super fucking generous rating, right? So, love Wuthering Waves. We'll see how that is gonna be going. I do need to fix my tourist ass because unfortunately, I am a little bit of a tourist. So we're gonna hop back on in just a second. You have coomed your last coom, my man.